Hi friends, and welcome back to Love to Inspired Handmade with Christina. Today is July 10th of 2026 and we are going to learn how to make a double vision card. I'm using the Frightfully Fun Designer Series paper. It is a brand new bundle that is on the online store right now. And if you love anything that is spooky, creepy crawly, or all the things, you're gonna love this. So I'm gonna turn the camera down and I'm gonna show you just how simple and quick this card is. So here we go. Dun, da, da. Yeah, gotcha. I think I got you. Hang on, let me get my seat and we'll level in here for you. I want you to get all the things going here. Okay, so here it is. Let me get in the camera for you. Can you see the, yeah, isn't that cute? So this is using the Frightfully Fun Designer Series paper. I thought this was kind of a fun little way to use this background. So the great thing with this is one that I used with the Pooh Bear. See the depth that it goes in and out. It's super cute though. I love how it turned out. And it's so simple to make. I don't know if you can see it from there you go. That's a good little depth. And each one is like that. Before I get started though, so you're gonna wanna find a designer paper that has an image background, kind of like this one. I'm gonna use the moon this time because I really thought, oh, that will make it pop. So you can see this paper here, if you're excited for all the things. It does have a matching stamp, dies. It has the, embellishments. That one's really cute with the little ghosting cats. That one's real fun and playful. I love the little stars and moons they added to it. And of course, wouldn't it be a spook without our little boo ghost? I love that. So cute. Ah. So yeah, and of course, I think that's all of them. Oh, and there's another one that's like Dark Night. I skipped that one, or we would have tried that one. That would be fun too. Let me flip it over real quick and show you the other sides of them. So you got your spider webs. I don't know if you can see that. I may be too far away. And we have more spider webs. And who don't love their stripes? No, I do. And then that one's got fun little stars all over it. So definitely, oh, and then the swirls. Okay, it just keeps going. So it's definitely great if you're making different little treats for things, this paper would be great for that. So I have just the basic things here. I have my cardstock that is, the regular measurements of a cardstock. It's 5.5 by 8.5, cut by 4 1/4. And then I've got 2 pieces here, and both of these are my, one's my base and one's for the inside. So they're just cut at 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to use this one for the front of my card. And then I took my Designer Series paper and I, of course, just, went down a little bit. And now this one's cut at 5 3 3/4. You're going to get 8 strips out of this. Mind you, because I have a base behind this one, this little one right here is going to be just a smidgen smaller than all of the rest of these. Now, if I would have kept it the same size as my base, it would be all the way across. But I don't think that it's a big deal. I think that you don't really see it on the card, like it didn't make a big difference. So just note about that. I know that it's that way, but yeah. So you take it, and then on the 3 3/4 side, you're going to go all the way across and just trim them down to 1/2 inch. So I'm going to let me do it up here so maybe you can see. Well, I'm used to working from the bottom, so All right. And then just kind of slide it over. And now if you have an image that is a little more picture wise, it's, you know, it'll be easier because it's kind of like putting a puzzle together with this one I found. When I did the first one that I made with the Pooh designer series paper, Pooh Bear, it was a little easier to figure out. This one with the tree and all of the branches, it got a little tricky to create, but it's super fun and easy. This would be an easy one to show someone, you know, if you're trying to get a friend to come create with you, and then they create this and they'd be like, oh wow. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna set these over here onto my base now. So just kind of line them up. I'm not sticking them down. I'm just seeing my image and make them go all the way across together, just like so. Right. And then what we're going to want to do is take these, and every other one we are going to add, I'm using tear tape, but whatever adhesive that you want to use, okay? That part, hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so I'm going to put tear tape on every other one of these, and then I'm going to put dimensionals. Now big dimensionals will be easier to use, but if you have these fun little strips here, that makes this a whole lot easier. You will want to put the dimensionals all the way down on it. So I'm going to do that first, just to kind of have that done. So, did you guys have a wonderful 4th of July weekend? Oh man, we ended up getting to go back to Texas, because if you've been following along for any kind of time now with me, you know I'm a little bit in limbo. We're in the middle of a really big move. And so we got to go back to Texas and celebrate our 250th anniversary of America this weekend with our family, and it was just amazing. We cooked out on the grill, we laughed and hung out, and it was so hot. Oh my goodness, it was so hot. But anyway, yeah, what did y'all do? Come and share. And have you tried this before? I mean, it's probably been around a little while. But I've been seeing people with different things on this, and I thought, you know, that is really fun. I needed to show my friends too. So here we are. All right, that one should be flat. So we got to do this one. So simple to assemble, you guys. I only have my little ones out. I'm trying to use up my scraps on my dimensions right now, because I have had a pile of them that I haven't used in a hot minute. That doesn't look even. Let's get this back out and fix her up. Y'all bear with me for a second, right? I mean, we all have these moments, I hope. No, I know we do. Sometimes that stuff works, and sometimes it just moved a little bit. No problem. Okay, so with this one, it's a little bit smaller. So what I like to do is find my scissors first. So I'm using just a scrap piece, but this is the border of my little dimensions. And so what I'm going to do is take this, and I want to cut it in half, because this little piece is a little bit smaller than my thicker dimensions strips here. So, and I could do one of the big pieces, but I would rather save that for, you know, one of a different piece. It's curling up a little bit on me. promise though, when you put this on, it just looks all great. You don't see that this is a little bit smaller on your card. Okay, so now carefully, let's watch this magic happen. So just start with your first piece. My stuff's getting out of order. Start with my first piece and then just line it up like you normally would when you were adding that layer on. And then just take your next piece and we will go every other one. Now with the ones with the dimensions, you're not having to overlap it any. You can just go ahead and butt it right up to evenly with the other one, because it's giving the effect, unless your dimension is hanging off. That's not cool. There. It's giving the effect that it's overlapping, but it's not. So you just lay that down. Isn't that cool? Yes. And then we just go all the way across. So just like so. Can't wait to see it with the moon. I think the moon will really, it'll really take off and give a different concept of what the card's going to look like. So here we go. Which, by the way, I am under contract for our new home. We'll be moving up in the north of northern Alabama. So shout out to anybody that tunes in and you're up in that area. We are going to be in Holly Pond, which apparently is just a small little community. It's super cute, but it's close by, so if I need, okay, did I get out of order? Because that part of the moon didn't really match up. Yep, it did. So, sorry. But anyway, it's a little small community, but there's stuff close around that are, you know, if I have bigger needs to things, then I'm just a jump skip away. But I'm really, well, for one, I am just thrilled to get settled again, you know. We've been in limbo for a minute. It has been quite the adventure these last couple of months. And we have been completely blessed. I am not complaining, but, you know, I'm ready to settle again. Okay. Almost there. Turn my tree around. Da-da-da. Now I can put this piece. That makes more sense. No. It's kind of tedious, but not really. I mean, isn't that cool? I love it. This is just a brilliant idea. Okay, now I'm not sure. Bear with me for a second. I think me cutting off that little piece I might have trimmed it too much. Nah. There we go. Get it on there. So, what you think? Isn't that cute? I love it. You can see how it goes. Yes, that is absolutely awesome. Okay, so let's just add us a little happy Halloween. We'll put that on and I will not keep you any longer because I know you're going to just want to get right on to creating one of these. I mean, it is beautiful if you use a flower background or even meadows or whatever. I mean, there's all different kinds of designer papers out there, so you for sure could. Now, I'm going to trim this with my scissors because if it's not completely straight, I'm not super worried because I am going to I am totally on like scruffing things up lately. It's giving it a little distress. So I am going to distress this little thing right up. And then I'll show you one more little trick when you're adding this that I did. So next time, on the other one I put this up at the top. Excuse me. So I put this one at the top because, you know, I didn't want to block off the branches down here. Well, now that I have the moon going on, I think it would be better down here. So when I do that, I can go ahead, since this first one is flat, I'm going to go ahead and add me a little dimensional right here, right? But now I have to go every other one so that way I know that my thing is secure. Well, if you move this down, your little label, and I line it up in between the flat pieces, but once you line that up, so you have your first one, then you can go in and add your next one for the middle, and then you can put one right there. And so then that way you're not going, because these are already dimensioned, it goes into those little holes. Just a fun little tip. Goodness, I need to get a drink. Okay, so right about yonder. But there you go. That's how you create this fun little card. Now you'll want to add it to your base. I almost forgot we weren't even done. So I've got my piece of black cardstock. You could add more dimensionals to this, but I think that I should just lay it on there flat. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Lay it on there flat, and then now normally that little piece would have, on this side, it would have lined up properly, but then I got the trimmer back out, so I totally messed that up when I was doing that. But and then you add the inside, and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed it and you have fun creating your very own. But until I come back, y'all keep creating, you be blessed, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.